So I know that many of you struggle to play blues piano hands together, to get the hand coordination working with the left and right hand. That's no surprise because it's the biggest problem that most piano students have. So today, I'm giving you a very special tutorial on how to start practicing piano blues and how to play blues piano hands together. This is a really important lesson. We're going to get right up close with the fingers, with the hands, and we're going to try some different approaches, and that's really going to make a big difference to your practice. And for many of you, because this is such a big challenge that's holding you back, you need to be patient, you need to slow down and do some really good practice. And if you're a fan of our work here at the London Contemporary School of Piano, head on over to our site, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, and ask for our free blues piano pack because it's an extremely valuable resource that will really help assist your blues piano practice. So just head over to our site and just ask us for our free piano blues pack. It will really come in handy. We're going to firstly start with a very simple riff and ostinato in the left hand. Because if we keep it really simple in the left hand, we're able to keep track of what we're doing in the right hand. And for some of you, you're going to need to slow this right down and spend time practicing and measuring your results and seeing how you're going. So let's just start with a simple swing in the left hand. And this is a very straightforward blues boogie left hand on the C, G, and the A. So let's just warm up with that. Let's just warm up our left hand. Basically, you should be able to have a conversation with me right now whilst doing this in the left hand. How was your weekend? What did you get up to today? The point is that left hand almost has to be on autopilot. So the first thing you want to add to your practice routine is some left hand independence exercise. Just letting that left hand move by itself on 3 notes like this with a swing rhythm. And sure, if you want a bit of variation, you can vary the chords, put a 12-bar blues on it, but I'm not going to talk so much about chord progressions today. I'm going to talk about coordination and how to play blues piano hands together. That's the really important thing here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to study some comping in the right hand, playing some chords. I'm just going to play a nice C7 chord here. You can play it in whatever position you want, it really doesn't matter. We're going to practice some comping against the left hand. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to comp on the first 8th note of the bar. That's a good starting point. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now as another exercise, we're now going to comp on the second 8th note of the bar, which is going to coincide with the G in the left hand, like this. We get a bit of syncopation here. On the second 8th note of the bar. And when we comp in the right hand, we just want a nice stab. And it's just getting that coordination. Now, if you find that really hard to do, you're not alone. Many people do. I mean, I think everyone does when they first start piano. So you just need to, there's 2 things you need to do if you're finding that really hard. Slow down. That's the first thing. Go as slowly as you need to. The slower you practice, the faster you learn because you're drawing pathways to your brain and coordination. So slow right down. Slower doesn't mean worse music. So you really want to get used to practicing slowly, and then just slowly take your tempo up. Start to speed it up as you get more comfortable. Another practice technique that you can use if you're finding that really difficult is tap it with your hands. Like this. So take out the notes and just treat it like a percussive rhythm exercise, because this is rhythm that we're really effectively doing. The reason why coordination and left-right hand is an issue for so many of you is because you're not really prioritizing rhythm. You're just thinking of notes all the time. So take the notes out of the picture entirely. So we can continue this exercise by playing a right-hand chord comp or a chord stab on every quarter note of the bar. We're going to try the third quarter note of the bar now. So that's going to coincide with the A now in the left hand. And so on. So you can actually practice playing on every quarter note of the bar in the right hand, and that is the first step to building effective coordination and playing with your left and right hand and building an interface there. Okay, so this is the question that many of you have. Now, how do I then go ahead and improvise in the right hand while holding a left hand rhythm? Well, that's not an easy thing as well. In fact, it's a supremely challenging thing, but it can be broken down. And I have taught students many, many times from beginner to be able to do this very effectively by just taking steps. And the most important thing you need to learn as somebody studying piano, as a piano student, by the way, we are all students of piano. I am a student of piano, right? I see the things that, Art Tatum does with his left and right hand, and I'm just like going, okay. We're all on a journey here together in music. It's a collaboration, right? So we're all students of this. But one thing we should be able to do as students, this is really, really important, rather than just feeling overwhelmed by the difficulties, you need to have ways of measuring where you're up to. That's really, really important to say, okay, my left hand can do so much with my right hand and it's up to here. And you have some measurement in place. That really helps you because then you know where you're up to. I never ever let my students say, oh, I sound crap. Oh, that sounds really bad. Because I always correct them when they say that. I always say, okay, you say that sounds bad. Where are you up to is what I really want to know. Where do you think you're up to and where do you want to get to next? Because if you all of a sudden have an understanding of where that is working in your coordination and your improvisation, all of a sudden, you're not a deer in headlights. You know where you're going. So let's do a couple of exercises with improvisation in the right hand and the riff in the left hand to start figuring out where we're up to. This is really, really helpful. So what we were doing in the left hand, this is just a good one because it's a nice, simple one to start with. What we're now going to do in the right hand is we are going to match that rhythm with our improvisation. So we're playing exactly the same rhythm in the right hand, just different notes, obviously. I'm playing notes from the C minor blues scale, by the way, just because it's a good starting point. It really doesn't matter what notes. I mean, you can play the C major blues scale or pentatonic scales. We're not talking about notes right now. We're talking about coordination. But for this example, I'm going to use the C minor blues scale. So you might just spend a bit of time on your right hand now, locking in a good swing rhythm in the right hand on the C blues scale. Now what I want you to do now is I want you to just to let go a little bit. If you're sitting at a piano now, this is really good. Just play with me here, just draw a line with your hands, going up and down the piano in different combinations, just using notes from this beautiful C minor blues scale with a little swing to it. Just spend a bit of time doing this, holding a nice swing rhythm. You just want to spend time now. You want to enjoy the process as well. Practice doesn't need to feel laborsome and, painful. You want this to feel good. You want this to feel musical. You want to just enjoy it. Just enjoy the process and the journey of improvising. I was very dyslexic as a child. And I overcame these problems through enjoyment, through not making it feel like it was hard labor and practice, by just moving at my own pace and internally feeling the music. So that's a really important aspect as well. So here I am just swinging on that blues scale. Now I can just spend a bit of time getting that left hand back in again. And I'm just going to match the right hand rhythm with the blues scale. Now some of you might need to go a bit slower. We can go slower. I love slow. So useful to practice slowly. Now you should just sit down and do that for, as long as you can. 20, 30 minutes a day. Just locking both of your hands to the same rhythm, right? So powerful. Okay, now we're going to take things up a notch, get a little bit more harder. So one thing we can do in the right hand now to add a bit of variation to our left and right hand. Put a few little gaps in that rhythm and a couple of longer notes. And now to make a bit of interest with the texture, I might combine some notes now in the C blues scale, just to get textures like this. With the gaps. Put it on a 12-bar blues. I don't have to change the scale in the right hand. That's the beauty of this. The C blues will work for the entire progression. So that's a really good starting point. Now let's get a little bit virtuosic. Let's just take this up one further notch. One rhythm that really helps us understand what swing is the triplet rhythm. Because the triplet rhythm... 1, 2, 3. What is a triplet, by the way? All a triplet is when you evenly distribute three notes. You evenly distribute three notes over one beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So effectively what a swing rhythm is it's a triplet. It subdivides into a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's a triplet against a swing rhythm in the left hand. Now, before we get into those logistics, let's just have a bit of fun. It's great to balance this up with fun because this is hard work. Let's now experiment with improvising in triplets and in duplets, which is swing, quavers, and triplets together at the same time. So we've got swing, triplet, swing, triplet. They just fit beautifully together in combination, and much of blues and bebop and jazz are subdivisions of those two rhythms put together. fact, a really good exercise is to parallel that improvisation with both hands. That's the sort of thing you see Oscar Peterson do so effortlessly. So let's just change the left hand with these triplets and duplet combinations, just to make it a little bit more palatable and digestible to start with. We're going to go for a more major feel. So these are just half notes now. 2, 1, 2. And I'm going to combine triplets and duplets in the right hand. I'm also going to use the C major blues scale as well. And if you like our work and you go to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, head on over to our site. We have a special blues pack, and if you email us and ask us for the blues pack, it has information on these different scale types. So you really should, if you want to take your playing to the next level, head over to our site and subscribe to our channel. Here we go. So I'm going to play a mixture of triplets and duplets, a mixture of C major and C minor blues scale. I hope you found today's video very beneficial to your playing. Remember to measure where you're up to and have fun. Enjoy what it is you're doing. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. And if you need some extra support, head on over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, and we'll send you our free blues pack. Just get in touch with us and ask us for it. We'll happily help you out.